Welcome back to Raw Autism Perspective podcast. I'm Samantha.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Ed.
And we're here today to show you guys some disturbing but
Good.
Can we do that over?
Let's keep rolling with it. So I'm gonna show you guys a clip today. Sam and I were actually talking about it. We don't want to show Ed, so you'll get Ed's actual
take on
it.
Thank you.
But then we're gonna also tell you kind of what our thoughts were when we first saw it. Girl, we send 150 reels to each other a day. Where is the clip? This is our problem. Sam and I, every time we see something, we're like, here, I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you. And then we have like 250 from each other each. Okay. 1 second.
But how are you ladies doing? Welcome back, Britt.
Yeah. Hi.
How are you?
My voice hurts so bad, you guys. One of my children decided to bring a sickness home to me. And now it sounds like
I
smoked crack today.
And you wanted to film today?
Yeah, but I'm on the good end. That's why I haven't hugged y'all.
You need a mask on.
Oh,
I could just use mine.
Thank you. You found it? Okay, yes. Good. Okay, Ed, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Don't want to step in the grass. You ain't got no shoes on. Let's try to find your mommy. They should be looking for you by now. Somebody should be looking for you, honey. I'm trying to help them, y'all. Y'all, oh my God. I swear, like, God be putting me in places for a reason. Where your house at? Where your mommy and daddy? Come on, let's find your mommy and daddy, okay? Where your house? Is it here? Oh my God, where your shoes? Where your mommy and daddy? This house? Where is it? Is it there? Oh my God, y'all. I'm trying to help him find his mommy and daddy. Come on. Where do you live here? I think he have a little disability. I'm trying to help him. Where your mommy and daddy, baby? Is it there? Lord Jesus. Let me see. Let's stand right here and see if we can see somebody. I'm sure they should be looking for you by now. It's okay. Come on. Let's find your mommy and daddy. Oh my God, y'all. This is crazy. Come on. No, don't step in the grass, honey. Come on. Let's step out the grass. You don't want to step in the grass. You ain't got no shoes on. Let's try to find your mommy. They should be looking for you by now. Somebody should be looking for you, honey.
So did they eventually find his mom and dad?
Yeah. Yeah, she eventually was able to locate them, but it's just, I don't know. That was just sad.
It made me sad. Like, I'm glad that baby found somebody nice.
Yeah.
And she was able to help find parents. But like the part that, he's out there by himself. He can't talk to anybody. He can't say, oh, this is where I live, or hey, I lost my mom and dad.
Yeah.
He's out there. So that's scary.
Yeah, and you could tell he's nonverbal. And those are like, what do we call those? When the baby doesn't know how to talk yet, the cues, like the coos.
Mm-hmm.
There's just like little things like that. So that I don't ever want to talk about anybody's parenting because we're not here to judge at all. It's just looking how he was. You could tell like he had a clean pamper on from what I can see. Like he just was changed. So I don't ever want to say like, oh, the parents just don't care or anything like that. Because you could turn your back for a split second and then your kid is like gone. Because if they see something, they're just, and we don't know how long he's been walking around too. So that's another thing. But with everything going on with these people, these kids getting kidnapped, especially in Riverside, finding over 30 kids in a house or wherever they found, it's just too much.
Yeah.
So it's like how we talked about, it's better for her to have found him versus someone else. And then people been cruel, but it seems like it's just getting real heightened to where it's just like it doesn't even matter if you have a disability or not. They're just out here just killing kids, kidnapping kids, dismembering kids. So we just have to be very like, just like a community. Like even if you don't know that person's child, like we just need to like come together instead of being like, wait, whose child is that? Or just walk by, because I'm pretty sure cars walk.
Oh yeah.
I mean, drove by.
For sure. They probably saw that kid, thought nothing of it.
No, probably thought the kid was outside the house. Just, yeah, no.
How do you feel about that, Britt?
It scares me. It makes me think of Lena. Because I know she likes to run.
Yeah.
I know you're always on edge about it too.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting and she's like, it's too quiet. I gotta find Lena.
If it's too quiet, I'm already up. I don't care. I'm like, mm-mm.
It also reminds me of my daycare days when I had kids who had autism and there was 2 runners. And I remember always being on edge, but thinking, oh, I'm only on edge while I have them. But the parents, you guys are always on edge. You guys always have to be mindful. So like you said, it's not that she's a bad parent because her child got out. Her child eloped.
Right.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
He wants to get out. He wants to go do stuff. He doesn't understand boundaries and, oh, why can't I go outside and play? Why can't I follow the ball that just ran across the street? Who gives a shit?
Right.
Because that's what I'm focused on.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he's like lost.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's at. Thank God this woman came along and was like, recognized the situation and was able to, reunite him with his parents.
Yeah. Because that's something similar that happened with me. With Lena back in like 2021, me and her dad like broke up for a minute, and I was like tired from like going to school. No, I just finished school, right? Yep, 2020. And then moving and trying to get my head wrapped around everything. Mom just passed away. And it was so much that I was so tired that I didn't even hear my daughter walk out the house, to where she took a couch, moved it towards the door, stood on top, unlocked the latch and everything else. Mind you, this is a small townhouse that's less than 800 square feet at the top. So it's like, how did you not hear her? And I woke up to a woman in my hallway saying, hey,
and a blessing.
Yes, like, hey, is this your daughter? She showed me like this is where she stayed. Mind you.
And thank goodness she knew where she stayed.
mind you, Lena was 4 at the time and nonverbal, coos as well, did not know sign language at the time, anything, and was able to just take the lady back up to where she lived. That was something that I was happy about, because then I started looking at Lena a little bit more deeper, as far as when it comes to, she knows where she's at now. She knows if we get on the freeway and we take that 15 and we get off a certain exit, she knows she's going to her dad's house, because she starts crying. She starts crying. She's like, no, why you do this to me? And I'm like, what happened? And she's like, mommy, what happened? I'm sorry. And it's like, baby. So to get all that now, I'm just like, girl, yeah, let me know you don't want to go.
It's so many ways she's verbal.
Yes. Yes. And she knows where McDonald's is. She knows where Stars are, which is Carl's Jr. She knows
Jack in the Box.
She'd be like, now she's like, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. She British now. Now she, oh my God. So imagine now going from a kid who was a complete mute to a child that is speaking. I don't care if it's dramatic. And dramatic is I don't know what. I'm so happy that I have the most dramatic baby. But I'm thankful that someone did come to me, because I literally thought she was gonna call CPS. Yeah. I thought it was trust me, Lena escaped a lot of times, but I've caught them. This was the one that I didn't catch, that it was like, I was in paranoia because my mom just passed, and I'm like, somebody could have hit my daughter, because they drive crazy through here. And something could have really turned bad, and I would have never forgiven myself. So I could just imagine how that parent was feeling like when your child is gone, especially when they don't know how to talk. It's like, I'm the only one who advocates for this baby. I'm the only one who knows what they need, what they want. So the fact that you got out that makes me scared. Like, yeah.
The smart thing about that though is the simple fact that at 4, she was able to bring the lady to the house. You feel what I'm saying?
And mind you, these are 20 flights of stairs.
Yeah, I didn't even know where you lived after the 5th time I finally found you.
It's like,
I'm like, Sam, which part are you living again?
And Lena probably was trying to bring her upstairs and fix her something to eat.
yeah, because I was just like,
Lena will grab you and take you to where she wants.
Like, listen, yeah, cook for me.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
I know you guys don't really like see like my daughter on here, and that's just because I shield her from social media. And that's something too where you know, like a couple of my friends who do watch, they say, why don't you bring your daughter on? I'm very selective, not trying to make it seem like, oh, my daughter is, no. I don't put her on because I just feel like the way that I understand my kid, I want to hold on to that. And I'm not ready, selfishly, I'm not ready to share her. Because when I say she is a jewel that I feel like if anybody said anything wrong about my kid, I'm not right. I'm not that mature. I'm not that mature to back down.
We raw autism perspective. We
I'll
don't
cuss
play
you
no
out.
games.
I'll cuss
We
you out
don't
on
play
that
no
kid.
games about ours.
Yeah, I'll cuss
You
you
know what I'm
out.
saying? So watch your mouth.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, you guys, just please still try to be positive in our community. That's the point of this small episode. That we are very thankful for people like the woman that found that little boy. We do get sidetracked, you guys.
But that's okay.
Normal.
But you know what? And I want you guys to know too, there's gonna be times where you're gonna see some of us a little bit more laid back because we're still new to this.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be times where we're gonna be chill. There's gonna be times where you're gonna see us like this. There's gonna be times where you're gonna be like, dang, she had a hard day. I could see it in her face. But at the end of the day, we are very chill. Like very chill. So if you're even driving in your car listening to this, or if you're making coffee and you like, let me see what they're talking about. Let me just give them like, that's fine. That's fine.
Tune in.
Yes.
That's all you got to do.
Yes.
My main thing is the key word to what you said, community. Communities got to start being communities.
Yeah.
Because people say, oh, I live in a community, but what are you doing in the community?
Nada.
Going to work and coming home.
Yeah.
Well, some of us are burnt out, so give what you can when you can.
Yeah.
I know I was doing a lot of community for a couple of years, and my ass is burnt though.
I believe it, because you ain't got help.
Yeah,
you don't have community help.
I am in my house now for the last 6 months, not doing it.
I believe it.
Because
the community got to help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to find a community that puts in as much effort as you do. Because that's one problem I have too with people, and I know we're changing the subject here. Sorry, we moving on to a new episode possibly. But
we're still talking about community.
So, no, I'm just kidding.
Community saved the little boy.
It did. It did save the little boy. Because you know what I find with community, sometimes you be putting in and putting in and putting in and putting in and putting in, and they just take.
Yeah, you're right.
So you got to find the right community that puts in, and then they put in, and you put in, and they put in, and that's beautiful.
Because like y'all was saying, how many people drove past him, or how many people walked past him and didn't
give two thoughts about it.
No.
You know, and none of that is recorded.
And that's a red flag for us. We've seen the little baby in a diaper. What the hell?
Yeah.
Or if I even see a kid alone, I'm starting to look, where is this adult with this child?
Yeah. Because I'm about to scream out the window, like, hey.
I was training last week, and after we finished training, after me and Jay finished training, a little boy, he just took off. We don't know where he took off from, but it was like low key, he was following me and Jay. So we still walking, and then he got to the end of the curve. So I turned around and I waited at the end of the curve, and I said, hey, where you going? He started laughing. He wanted to play with the football. So we gave him the football, and all of a sudden this lady came out of nowhere like, get over here. She said, thank you so much. And you could tell he was on the spectrum. But you could tell that the mom had no cognitive thinking about him being on the spectrum. She just thinking he just got away.
That's a whole nother episode in itself. Parents
Ooh.
And I didn't intervene to tell her like, hey, you know, I just make sure he was safe and made sure he was back with his mama.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't want to give up the football.
He's like, this mine now. Thank you. Bye.
So parents, attack what your child are doing. If your child is wants to do something that is positive, no matter if they are quote unquote normal, autistic, ADHD, or whatever the case may be, attack what they love doing that is positive.
Yes, and make sure that if your child gets out the first time, the second time, just from speaking from experience, make sure that you start looking around the house for things that can help you. Even if you don't have the type of money for an alarm system or anything like that, what I used to do when I could not afford the alarm system, I used to get the little bells that you can get from Walmart that like cats like to play with. Just hear me out. Go in that cat section, get the little jingly bell, make it into like a little rubber band, put it on the door.
Yeah.
Put it on all the doors in your house. When it comes to windows, go to like Home Depot or the dollar stores, go get those little metal, little twisty latches. They cost like literally less than $1. Unless Trump, anyway, we're not doing it. But make sure you get those little twisty screws, put them in your window so that way if the child tries to open, it snaps it back. These are just the little things that I'm dropping to you guys that worked for me and making sure that ever since she left, I had the little jingly bell and I ain't never left. And also too, we know that kids touch stoves.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that in there real quick. Put a bell on the stove. I'm dropping you some gems.
I knew some people too that used to just take the knobs off.
Yeah.
Because without the knobs, you needed the pliers to turn it.
Yeah.
You could also take the knobs off, but we could even have a whole episode where we talk about safety if you guys want to hear more about that too.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
So make sure you like, share, and comment.
And subscribe.
Let us know.
Sorry, I was a little loud.
And this is Raw Autism Perspective Podcast. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.